McCarthy's shrieking denunciations and fear-mongering have created a climate of fear and suspicion across the country, raising the question in households across the nation, who are the un-American Americans amongst us? Any man who has been named by either a senator of a committee or a congressman is dangerous to the welfare of this nation. President Eisenhower refuses to engage directly with McCarthy. In a letter to his brother, however, Eisenhower explains, as for McCarthy, only a short-sighted or completely inexperienced individual would urge the use of the office of the presidency to give an opponent the publicity he so avidly desires. Time and time again, without apology or evasion, I and many members of this administration have stood for the right of the individual, for free expression of convictions, even though those convictions might be unpopular, and for uncensored use of our libraries, except as dictated by common decency.
Oh, monsieur, I did not hear you come in. You frightened me half to death.
Would not want to do that. There are far many better ways to die. Please turn off that noise. Everything ready?
Oui, monsieur.
Cook? Everything on schedule?
Dinner will be ready at 7:30.
Right on time. Have your instructions?
Oui, monsieur.
Very well. Let the game begin.
Sure if I'm in the
Indeed
right...
you are expected, Colonel.
How do you know who I am?
It's Colonel Mustard, isn't it?
No, that's not my name. My name is
I
Colonel...
believe that it's been recommended for this evening that you use a pseudonym.
Pseudonym? Oh, no thank you. I took an antihistamine before I came.
Well, may I take your coat?
Hello?
Not to worry. Just the maid in the hall with a champagne cork.
Champagne, monsieur?
I don't mind if I do.
Follow me, Colonel.
Thank you. Are we expecting somebody else?
Indeed. I'll be with you in just a moment, sir.
This way, Colonel.
With pleasure.
Only that you are socialite to be known this evening as Mrs. White.
It said so in my letter, but do you know why?
Mrs. White, may I introduce you to our maid, Yvette? I see you two know each other.
We've never met.
Champagne.
I think not.
Please, warm yourself in the lounge.
Why? Do I look cold?
A bit. Right this way.
Hello.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
I'm rarely pleased to meet anyone. Or...
Yes.
Bonjour, madame. Come in,
Mrs. Peacock, I presume.
Who? Oh, yes, that's me.
Cook, would you please take Mrs. Peacock's stall? I see you two know each other.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I've never seen that woman before in my life.
Champagne?
Oh no, my lips belong to the Lord.
Please, Mrs. Peacock, make yourself comfortable in the lounge.
Oh, Anna, these are for you, for your hospitality. And there's a couple of Benjamins hidden underneath the caramels for you.
How sticky.
Well, I do expect to be treated like the wife of a,
Hold that thought, Mrs. Peacock. Be right with you. The lounge is just this way.
Thank you. Oh, look at the detail on this molding. Now, this is quite a magnificent mansion, if I do say so. Who are you?
Welcome to the party.
This is turning out to be quite the crowd.
Is this the right address to meet Mr. Body?
Sit!
Oh,
Oh, no, not you, sir.
oh,
Please, come in.
excuse me, I'm afraid this letter has me rather anxious.
You must be Mr. Green.
Yes, that is exactly who I am.
Welcome.
Oh, wow. This place isn't at all what I expected.
I come to find that if you expect nothing, you're never disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed.
Pardon me, sir.
Please arrive at 7:30 sharp on Saturday evening.
Well, here I am. You must be Professor Plum.
If you say so.
Well, well, well. I thought I'd seen everything.
Miss Scarlet, I didn't realize you and the professor were acquainted.
We're not. The bridge is washed out from the rain. My car broke down and the professor offered to give me a ride.
I'm hoping she'll return the favor someday.
Subtle. I didn't realize we were headed to the same place until we arrived.
And how was the drive?
It's a long haul.
Indeed, it is a long haul, and it is a very large house.
What is this godforsaken place anyway?
Why, this beautiful old mansion? It's Body Manor. Dinner?
Directly.
Please, appetizers in the lounge.
Ooh, hors d'oeuvres good. I'm starving.
Funny, I haven't much of an appetite at all.
My, this really is a party.
Well,
Yes.
greetings all. It's a pleasure for you to see me. Oh, cocktail hour.
There's so many of you, I didn't realize.
Good. Very well, you're all here. Colonel Mustard,
Present?
Professor Plum,
Right.
Mrs. White,
Yes.
Mr. Green,
Yes, that's me.
Miss Scarlet,
I guess.
Mrs. Peacock.
How do you do?
Greetings, I am Wadsworth the butler. Tonight, as you may have surmised, none of you is being addressed by your real name, a courtesy your host has provided to ensure your privacy. I suggest you follow his lead and refrain from revealing too many details about yourselves. You never know when.
Sorry, I'm a bit clumsy, I suppose.
Is that the dinner bell? That was more like a cocktail minute.
I'm sorry, you were saying you never know when what?
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 Please! We really ought to get going. Cook can get quite cranky if we keep her waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me. The dining room is right this way.
table. Is that for you?
Indeed, no, sir. I do not sit. I'm but a merely humble butler.
What exactly do you do?
I butcher, sir.
Dinner is served.
Thank you, cook.
Now, Butler, what's all this about here, this dinner party?
Ours is not to reason why, ours is but to do and die.
Die?
Merely quoted, sir, Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Oh, I prefer the writer Kipling myself. Do you prefer Kipling, Colonel?
Sure, I'll eat anything. So, where is our host? Is this where he sits?
All in good time, sir.
That smell is something familiar.
Ah, oui, madame. It is shark fin soup.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, I know.
Bon appetit.
Now that is delicious. It's yum, 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 yum. Oh my, well, I guess I'll be the one to break the ice. I'll get the ball rolling, so to speak. You know, I do host quite a lot. It is an integral part of my life as the wife. Well, I guess we're not supposed to say who we really are, you know, but I don't have any idea what we're doing here at this dinner party. I'm very anxious to find out, and I just think, isn't the soup so good?
I know who you are.
You do?
I work in Washington.
Oh, Washington. So you must be a politician's wife.
Well, yes, I am.
Who's your husband? Maybe I know him.
Mrs. White, you've been awfully quiet over there. Now, what does your husband do for work?
Nothing.
Nothing?
He just lies around on his back all day.
Oh, how lazy.
Not necessarily. That'll be $5, mister.
Sorry?
Now, Mr. Green, what is it that you do in Washington?
Oh, I'd rather not say. I like to follow the rules.
I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going. We would all just be sitting here in embarrassed silence.
Are you afraid of silence, Mrs. Peacock?
Yes! No. Why?
Well, in my professional opinion, it seems you suffer from what we call pressure of speech.
Is that an official diagnosis?
Are you a doctor, Professor?
In psychological medicine, yes.
Do you practice?
Not anymore. Now I work for the government.
Ugh, another politician.
Not exactly. I do research for you know who.
Who?
The United Nations Organization, the World Health Organization.
Ah, you know who. It's an acronym.
I have a sister who is a gymnast.
You are a real colonel, aren't you?
I am, sir.
Well, aren't you going to mention that you also live in Washington, Colonel?
How do you know that?
Oh, I've seen you before.
Miss Scarlett, does that mean that you live in Washington too?
Sure do.
Is there anyone here who doesn't live in Washington?
Oh, so this is about the Red Scare?
I am not a communist. I'm a Republican.
Wadsworth, we've had about enough of this. Where's our host, and why have we been brought here?
Speak of the devil. I'll be with you in just one moment.
Good thinking, Miss Scarlett.
What are we doing?
if everything is going according to plan. We'll meet you in the study.
Glass is dirty.
For God's sakes, Butler, who is at the door? I demand to know what's going on.
May I interest any of you in fruit or dessert?
No!
Well, in that case, may I suggest we adjourn to the study, where our newly arrived host will explain your letters, make his intentions clear, and the game will be afoot.
Coffee, brandy, champagne. Please.
Thank you, Yvette. That will be all.
Yes, monsieur.
Where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What's going on?
Oh, will you have a cigarette? It'll calm your nerves.
Oh, I don't smoke.
For Wadsworth, open after dinner.
Right then, are you comfortable?
I make a good living.
Ladies and gentlemen, these instructions are clear.
I'm glad something is.
Seems all 6 of you have received the same letter. It will be to your advantage to appear this evening before Mr. Body will bring to an end a certain long-standing, painful, and confidential liability.
Yes, that's what I said.
It seems all 6 of you have at least one thing in common.
Ah, that bastard McCarthy! We're all being blacklisted, aren't we?
Close, Colonel. You're all being blackmailed. It seems for some considerable amount of time, each of you has been paying more than you can afford to someone who threatens to expose you.
Please. What's somebody got to blackmail me for? I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady. Don't be all.
Anyone else wish to deny it? Well, I am sure that before this evening you hadn't known who was behind your blackmail. But now I'm sure that even the least discerning amongst you has determined that the man behind your ransom is Mr. Bobby himself.
All this stress is not good for my blood pressure!
Who is this body fellow, you brutish butler?
Who this Mr. Body is no concern of yours. Suffice to say, he's a House American Supporter Committee. And he believes your activities are decidedly un-American. My task this evening is to expose your secrets to one another, rendering you culpable in each other's indiscretions.
But we hardly know each other.
Precisely.
Don't you think you might spare us the humiliation?
I'm afraid I have no choice. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It says here you were once a psychiatrist specializing in pathological lying lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Well, yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
So your work has not changed. But your license to practice has been lifted, hasn't it?
Why? What did he do?
You know that thing that male doctors aren't supposed to do with their female patients?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he did.
Oh, how disgusting. There will be a reckoning for men like you one day.
I sure hope so.
Me too.
Awful.
Are we making moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock?
Well, yeah.
How then would you describe taking bribes for certain Senator Peacock's vote to lobbyists?
Now, my husband, hey, consultant, there's nothing sinful about that.
Not if it's publicly declared, but if it's cash slipped under a bathroom stall to edit grill? How would you describe
I'd say it stinks.
Oh, and when were you in that men's room?
So it's true.
No, it's a vicious lie.
But you have been paying our friend the blackmailer for over a year to keep that story out of the papers. Seems a bit sticky, no?
Now, you see here.
Look, I'm willing to believe you. I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
Thank you.
So am I!
Not me!
You're not being blackmailed.
No, I'm being blackmailed, all right. I just did the thing I'm being blackmailed.
What did you do?
I, run my own business.
That's not a crime.
You didn't ask what type of business I run.
Okay, what type of business do you run?
Thank you. I provide gentlemen with the company of a young lady.
An escort service in Washington.
How scurrilous.
I'm sure some people are just a little lonely.
A man who has to pay to spend time with a woman, that is a problem I will never, ever
Is that how you knew Colonel Mustard worked in Washington? Is he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlet.
Well, then you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true? No, it's not.
Ah, so it is true!
A double negative.
Double negative? You mean there are photographs?
It sounds an awful lot like a confession to me, Colonel. Sounds like your double negative led to proof positive. You really gave yourself away.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
You really do not need help from me in that department, sir.
I...
But, Colonel, you hold a sensitive position in the Pentagon, don't you? Those negatives would certainly compromise that position.
And what sort of position were you caught in?
This is an outrage!
Let's see, who's next? Mrs. White, you've been paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Ha! Say what you want. I didn't kill him.
Then why were you paying the blackmail?
I don't want another scandal, now do I?
Another?
We had a very humiliating confrontation. He threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant that he threatened in public to kill her.
It was all over the papers.
And yet, he was the one who died. Not you, Mrs. White, not you.
He was found dead at home, unclothed. His head had been cut off, and so had his, well, you know. But I didn't do it. I had been out all evening at the movies.
Okay, what was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
I like the story.
But he was your second husband, Mrs. White. Your first husband also disappeared.
But that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
Well, he wasn't a very good illusionist.
And that leaves us with Mr. Green, who is I
don't need you to mask me, Wadsworth. I know what you're going to say about me.
what's that?
Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Oh, not me!
I beg your pardon?
You asked, who is a homosexual? And I said, not me.
Thank you, Colonel. What? There's more to it than that, isn't there, Mr. Green? There's also evidence of the question of your politics.
My politics? Since when is working for the Republican Party a crime?
Well, you swore an oath of allegiance to the Republican Party, but neglected to vote for Eisenhower in the last election now.
Oh!
That's grounds for nasty if I ever heard one.
Voting records are confidential!
Oh, well, everything has its price, Mr. Green.
And there you have it.
Have what?
A disloyal Republican, a crooked senator's wife, and a lascivious doctor. Not exactly adhering to an all-American standard of behavior, are we?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, so if this body guy is such an upstanding American citizen, why didn't he turn us into the authorities himself?
And lose a chance to make a buck? Come on now, Professor. What could be more American than that?
Apple pie.
Okay, so we're being blackmailed by a renegade McCarthyist. Where does that leave us?
Yeah, where is this Mr. Buddy?
Oh, well, who cares? I am not waiting around to find out. I've done it. Nothing wrong. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peacock. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
I am the wife of a great senator, and you cannot tell me what to do, Butler. Locked!
Indeed, the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are being guarded by vicious dogs. I'm afraid there's no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to our host for this evening and your blackmailer for life, Mr. Body.
How do you know?
Typical man, better off dead.
Mrs. White in the study with her knee.
Thank you. I've studied martial arts.
There is one more piece of information you may all like to have.
What?
The police are coming in less than an hour.
The police?
Unless
Unless what?
you agree to double down.
And why would we agree to do that?
Because if you don't, I'm gonna take this briefcase containing all the evidence of your wrongdoings to the police, the press, and the House Un-American Activities Committee. With the right spin, those fellas can make a commie out of anyone. I think some of you would face a lifetime in jail, and others, a lifetime of shame.
Sir, I am
This is
certain
Unless what?
Well, there's something you could do for me. Something that would change the game. Something I just can't bear to do myself.
What?
Have a seat, please.
Is it alright if I sit here? Sorry.
What's this all about,
Little
sir?
accent probe. Sorry.
I've brought 6 packages this evening that I thought our guests might find useful.
Packages?
Presents, if you will. I'm a generous sort of fellow.
You are.
Mr. Wadsworth, will you please see to it that each guest receives a gift?
Gladly.
Will anyone care to take a guess as to what's in your boxes?
Perfume?
Candy.
Red single malt Scotch whiskey.
Aren't guessing games fun? Please, open.
A candlestick? Oh, what's this for?
A wrench.
A lead pipe.
A dagger. A revolver.
There's a snake! Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a rope.
In your hands, you each have a lethal weapon.
You all came here this evening because you believe the evidence against you was so powerful that you would do anything to keep it a secret. I'm about to put that theory to the test.
You are?
Now, Mr. Wadsworth here is the only other person who knows his secrets, and it's costing us all dearly to keep him quiet.
What does he mean?
Well, I wouldn't have to double your blackmail payments if I didn't have to keep paying Wadsworth for his silence.
Wadsworth?
That's a lie!
He may look suave and charming,
Thank you.
but he is really conniving and manipulative.
False!
Why do you think he's called the police?
You called the police.
Only because he instructed me to!
Did I? Ladies and gentlemen, if you were to get rid of Mr. Wadsworth, I'd have no need to increase your blackmail or expose you to the police.
Get rid of? Does he mean to kill him?
In fact, if you could eliminate Wadsworth,
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
who knows not only your secrets, but also my own. I'd get rid of your blackmail altogether, and we could be done with this terrible business once and for all.
You would never!
But why make us do your dirty work, body? Why not do it yourself?
Why should I, when the six of you are so uniquely motivated and armed?
To all I've done for you, I'm not a butler, I'm one of you! I'm an indentured servant!
A familiar refrain. Don't make a scene, Wadsworth. It's over. Now's your chance. The police are on their way. If you want to end your blackmail once and for all and avoid finding yourselves on the front pages, one of you is going to have to kill Wadsworth right now!
It's Mr. Body!
Oh, thank God! Is he breathing?
Stand back. I'm a doctor. He is dead.
Who had the gun?
Well, I did.
Oh, so you shot him?
I did not.
With you didn't, who did?
I don't know. I had the gun, and next thing there was a shot. Someone must have taken it from my hand.
There's no gunshot wound.
Hey! There's a bullet wound in the wall over here!
Ah, eagle eye, Miss Scarlet, eagle eye.
But if the bullet's over there, how do you die over here?
I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert.
Something must have killed him.
One of us must have killed him.
It wasn't me!
Don't look at me, I didn't do it!
Couldn't I have a break?
I'm great. He won't need it.
Well, maybe Mr. Body was poisoned by the brandy.
Poison! Oh, it couldn't be! I'm a flash in my heart!
And then Mrs. Peacock, I'm sure you will die!
It's going black!
Oh.
It's happening! Oh, don't let me die in the den of scoundrels and whores! No! Someone has to shut her up.
So was the brandy poisoned, or?
How should I know?
Looks like now we'll never know.
Well, unless she dies too.
Oh! The screams are coming from the billiard room! Oh, no, level, yeah!
I am locked up in this house with a murderer.
So the murderer is here.
Where?
Where?
Where? Here. We are all looking at him or her.
What took you so long?
I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. It's a miracle I'm anywhere.
I heard you are in the study. One of you is the killer.
How could you hear us in this study?
I was listening, of course. I have a tape recorder connected from the billiard room to the study. Monsieur Body asked me to record your conversation.
Why would he ask you to do that?
Idiot. For more evidence, of course. Wadsworth revealed your secrets. Now they are all recorded.
What a snake I've got to find those tapes and destroy them.
Tapes? Who cares about the tapes? What about the body?
What body?
Body!
But Yvette, why were you in there screaming all by yourself?
Oh, because I too was frightened. I also drank the cognac. Maybe I am poisoned too. Plus, one of you is the killer. Miss your body is dead.
We have to find out which one of them did it!
What do you mean, which one of them?
I didn't do it!
I
certainly didn't.
I didn't even have a weapon. All I have is a candlestick.
Maybe it wasn't one of us.
Who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook!
As far as I can tell, the cook is not here.
No. This is just such a lovely kitchen. My husband and I had one just like it in our very first brownstone. It has such a homey feel, don't you think? Just cabinets over here, so nice.
Oh no!
It's the cook!
With a dagger in her back.
Someone must have killed her.
I didn't do it!
Wadsworth, I think you'd better explain yourself.
Who, me?
Who else would want to kill the cook?
Dinner wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Sometimes, if I was the killer, I'd kill you next.
I said yes.
And besides, there's only one admitted killer here, and it's not me. It's Mrs. White.
I've admitted nothing.
You paid blackmail. How many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's.
Yours.
5. Yes, just the 5. I think husbands should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
Well, if you didn't do it, then who did? Who had the dagger?
It was Mrs. Peacock. She had it down.
Well, yes, but I put it down.
Where?
In the study, any one of you could have picked it up. I guess it just must have been Mr. Green.
Can somebody please help me?
Oh, good Lord. Somebody help the man out.
You really ought to learn to speak up for yourself, Mr.
From the
Grady.
legs. From the legs.
Careful of the blood. It's very nice picture.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gentlemen, may I suggest we take the cook's body to the study?
Why?
Well, for one, when the police get here and they see this, well, we'll all be taken into custody under suspicion of murder. Oh, I do hate murder. And for another thing, I'm the butler. I like to keep the kitchen tidy. Nobody. Nobody. Mr. Body's body is gone.
Maybe he wasn't really dead?
He was.
Maybe we should have made sure.
I thought I had.
Well, was he dead or wasn't he?
Maybe he was dead, but someone moved him.
Who would want to move him?
And why?
If he's not here, then where is he?
All this excitement. Is there a little girl's room that I can use?
Oui, oui, madame.
Oh no, I just need to powder my nose.
Ah, there is a toilet outside the billiard room.
Thank you. I hate to alarm anyone, but do you still have the present issue of the 2 dead bodies? One present and one missing, and the imminent arrival of the police?
Oh, well, the bridge is washed out from the rain. That should buy us some extra time. But I don't want extra time. I want the police to arrive. I am trapped in this house with a murderer.
Okay, but once the police get here, the rest of us are doomed.
Wadsworth, am I correct in thinking that there is nobody else in the house?
No.
Ah, then there is someone else in the house.
Sorry, by no I meant yes.
No, meaning yes.
Yes.
Look, I want a straight answer.
Oh, don't look at me.
Wadsworth, is there anyone else in the house? Yes or no?
No.
No, there is or no, there isn't.
Yes.
There seems to be some confusion as to whether or not we're the only people in the house.
There is not.
There's not anyone else, so there's not any confusion.
Either. Both.
Look, give me a clear answer.
What was the question?
Is there anyone else in the house?
Oh,
No!
Well, that's what he says, but does he know?
Look, we have to deal with the missing dead body of Mr. Body, the cook with a dagger in her back, and we're in a room filled with easily accessible murder weapons. The candlestick, the revolver, the rope, the wrench, and the... Hey, where's the lead pipe?
Mr. Body?
Ah! Oh God, it's so bloody!
Stand back. He is dead.
That's what you said last time.
I believe in second chances.
Mr. Body dead? Again? I think I'm gonna faint. I'll catch you. Oh! Sorry.
Mrs. Peacock,
Yes?
where did this happen?
In the bathroom. I opened the door and there he was. At first I thought he was attacking me, and then I realized he'd been left propped up against the door frame, dead, just waiting to fall on somebody.
Who would do such a thing?
Takes a lot of guts to kill someone twice. That's what we call overkill.
For what?
What difference does that make?
Well, it makes a difference to him. It makes a difference to us. Have to find out who killed him, where, and with what.
I think it was the lead pipe.
10 points for Pastor Plum.
What kind of game are you playing at, Wadsworth?
This is not a game.
You! The lead pipe belonged to you!
I dropped him all right into the kitchen!
Okay, people, do not just drop murder weapons.
Well, I didn't know it was a murder weapon when I dropped it!
So any one of us could have picked it up.
Who did? Who did pick up the lead pipe and bludgeoned Mr. Bunny and left him all bloody in the bathroom? Which one of you?
Hey, cool it, Butler. While you're over here losing your goddamn marbles, I'm trying to do something useful. Or have we all forgotten about the evidence he has against us?
The
Evidence!
Oh, it's locked!
There must be a key.
Oh, Mr. Green! Would you be so kind as to check Mr. Body's pockets for the key to the briefcase containing the evidence against us, so we may destroy said evidence once and for all?
Why me?
Why not?
Well, No, mostly. It's really just germs. It's so warm. Why is it moist?
Thank you, Mr. Oh, God. It's empty.
Empty?
Then where's all the evidence?
I told you Mr. Body was a liar. Evidence in that briefcase, my foot.
We must find that evidence.
And destroy it.
Evidence against us aside, first things first. We're in a room with 2 dead bodies.
And the cops are on their way.
Let's move the corpses to the couch so they look less dead.
Mr. Green.
Okay.
Some party this is turning out to be.
Please, not so much guts on the ground. It's very big. It's growing. It's getting very constant.
Solid battlefield technique, Professor Plum. Never leave a man behind.
Cadavers are heavier than they seem, aren't they?
I would not know, Mrs. White.
Here, me neither.
Aren't you all strong and virile?
Here, prop them up. See, they just look asleep.
Right. Well, let's stop worrying about that and focus on the homicidal maniac who's on the loose, or the room filled with murder weapons.
Let's put the weapons in a bag.
Why would we do that?
Then we'll zip up the bag.
I'm pretty sure most murderers know how zippers work, Mr. Wadsworth.
We'll put the zipped bag in the safe.
Oh, great, there's a safe. Where's the safe?
In the wall. Follow me.
I don't see a safe.
Is that an original Trumbull, Mr. Wadsworth?
Ooh, those are quite valuable.
Well, it's not the time for art appreciation, but
A hidden safe behind a portrait. How original.
There. Locked.
Voila.
What are you going to do with the key to the safe, Wadsworth?
Oh, yes, the key.
I put it in my pocket.
But what if you're the murderer?
I am not.
But what if you are?
I have an idea. I'll throw away the key outside.
Ah, oui, à l'extérieur.
But it's raining à l'extérieur.
I'm not suggesting we go outside. I'm suggesting we stay inside and throw away the key outside.
But you'd have to open the door, wouldn't you?
Yes, that is how the doors in this house work.
Yes, but what if the killer's outside?
Better out than in.
Sure, but we want to keep him outside. We open the door, we're just letting him back in.
But maybe if we open the door, we'd encourage the killer to go out.
I think that the killer is doing a fine job at opening and closing doors all by themselves. I don't see what us opening one more, what difference that would make.
Ah, but what if we open the door, throw away the key, and the killer catches it? Then the killer would have the key we're trying to confiscate.
I think we might be overcomplicating this. I'm going to throw away the key. Follow me.
Was that the killer?
He didn't look like a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Okay.
Leave him to me. Interrogation is my specialty. How do you do?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb the whole household, but my car broke down out there, and I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Are you a killer?
What? No!
All right, this way, please.
Alrighty then. So where is it?
What? The body?
The phone! What body?
What? There's nobody. There's nobody.
Why? There's nobody in the study.
No. No, that phone has been disconnected, but I believe there's one in the lounge. Right this way.
Thanks.
I've locked him in the lounge. And the twofold task: first, find the murderers. Second, destroy the evidence.
Well, we have one potential suspect locked in the lounge, but that leaves the whole rest of this place up for grabs. Who knows what's behind all of these doors?
I propose we handle this in the proper military fashion. We'll split up and search the house.
Split up.
Yes, we'll split up into pairs. That way no one will be alone.
Yes, but what if one of us gets paired with the killer?
Mon Dieu!
We could get killed.
Well, then we would find out who the murderer is.
But the other half of the pair would be dead!
This is war, people! Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without breaking an egg. Every cook will tell you that.
What happened to the cook?
Colonel, are you willing to take that chance?
What choice do we have?
Done.
I suppose you're right.
All right, troops, divide and conquer. I'll split us up into pairs. Eeny, meeny, miny.
No, absolutely.
Mrs. White, you'll go with me. Mrs. Peacock, you'll go with Professor Plum. Yvette, you'll go with Mr. Green. And Miss Scarlet, you'll go with...
What if one of us doesn't come back?
We'll remember you fondly. Now, leave no door unopened. And cherish your partner. Maybe the last person you'll ever see. Now go!
Well, go on. I'll be right behind you.
That's why I'm nervous, Mrs. White.
But why? It's just us. We're all alone.
That's just it. No man in his right mind would be alone with you.
Fine. You can search that room and I'll search this one.
Very well.
Well, aren't you gonna go in?
Aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. We count to 3. 1, 3.
There's nothing in that room.
Nothing in that room either.
Shall we, search the ballroom?
After you.
Quite an impressive library.
How am I supposed to find anything if I don't even know what I'm looking for?
Civilized society is perpetually menaced with disintegration through this primary hostility of men towards one another.
Your fancy words don't intimidate me.
I take no credit for this search, if you ask me. Felt like we're just going to walk into a room and the evidence is just going to be plastered on the wall.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Come on, let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll find something exciting in the bedroom.
I haven't been excited by something in a bedroom for years.
I'm a little nervous. I'm at that big house up on the hill, and I've been locked in the lounge. I didn't expect there'd be so many people here. It's like they're having some kind of party. And the funny thing is, I think I know one of them. Yeah, my regular Tuesday night passenger.
There you are.
You'll never guess what I found in the hallway.
What?
Professor Plum's stupid tobacco pipe.
What would you say that means? If I were to ask you.
I don't know, but it seems suspicious if you ask me.
I just didn't.
Honest to God.
What room are we in anyways?
I don't know. Search me.
Alright.
Oh, no, it's just an expression.
I apologize, Miss Scarlet. I struggle with nuance.
This is the last room left to search in this beastly mansion, and we still don't have any evidence.
I think our time has been productive. Nonetheless.
Aren't you a Pollyanna?
Oh, you're a brave and determined lady, Miss Scarlet. I hope after this little journey ends, we can still be friends. I mean, really. Murders aside, this has just been a lovely group of people, all in all. I guess I would like to hear Miss White explain when and how she left her veil in the billiard room, but I...
You found Miss White's veil in the billiard room? Odd.
Odd?
Odd. A trapdoor? A trapdoor with a secret passageway? Come on!
Ladies first, Miss Scarlet.
How heroic.
Hey, where are we anyways?
I don't know. The lights are out.
Well, turn them on.
I would if I could see anything.
Well, I guess I'll feel my way around.
Don't get any funny ideas.
Table,
Radio.
a chair.
Oh, a body.
A body! Oh! Get me out of here! Help! 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 Let us out! Let us out!
Let us in! Let us in!
Let us out!
We can't let you out. The door to the lounge is locked. I thought you had the key, Wadsworth. You left the motorist in here. Oh, I did. I don't know the
are you shooting at us?
To open the door.
But you could have killed us.
Ah, I said stand back.
Let's add finding a key to the lounge to our priority list.
Crunchy, where did you find that one?
Oui, in the safe. It was unlocked.
Unlocked?
Impossible! I have the key! I don't! The key is gone!
Gone?
I thought you got rid of the key.
Didn't. I did.
You said you were gonna throw it outside.
I did say that, but I didn't do that. I must have gotten distracted when the motorist came and one of you must have taken the key from my pocket when we were searching the house.
So whoever has the key is the murderer.
Okay, well,
Nice. Speaking of murderers, the motorist is dead.
Oh, and which one of you killed him?
We found him.
And he was already dead.
But the door to the lounge was locked!
Yeah, obviously we went through a secret trap door with a passageway, Mr. Green.
A trap door? Who designed this place?
the Parker brothers.
Thank you.
Don't worry, it's not the police.
It's the police. I'm going to open the door! It's the decent thing to do! Open the door!
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, officer. We've been expecting you.
You have?
We haven't!
I got a tip about an abandoned car outside of the front of this building. Did a motorist stop by for help?
No.
We don't know.
Yes.
There seems to be some disagreement. Can I come in anyway and use your phone?
No.
No, of course you may, officer. You can use the phone in the lounge.
No, it's occupied.
Of course, my mistake. You can use the phone in the study.
No, not
Officer, I believe there is a phone in the library. Right this way, if you will.
You are acting mighty peculiar.
It's because I shot the It could have killed us! What? Not to worry, and it'll clean it right up.
That's all well and good. But what is going on in the lounge and the study?
Lounging, studies, very serious things.
I better take a look.
No, thank you.
What? I'd like to take a look, if you don't mind.
Yes? Oh, why didn't you ask? I would love to give you a grand tour of Body Manor. Did you know that Lord Renegade built this home in 1784? We've got to get rid of this guy. Lord Renegade got his name, Mr. Body, after somebody discovered an antibody that could have cured everybody. Oh, notice the mahogany floors. There's no somebody give me a touch. No. Yes. Did you know Paul John as Scarlet, he was Oh, this amazing buccaneer who first recorded the use of mahogany. Buccaneers!
What?
Buccaneers, sir!
What?
Oh, and have you seen the brass doorknobs? These were specifically crafted by Lord Bonnie's buddy in 1888. Can't get doorknobs like that anymore, can you?
Listen, mister, I don't give a hoot about doorknobs. What's going on here? Where'd everybody go? What are you hiding in those 2 rooms?
What do you say?
The lounge and the study.
Oh,
Yes!
those 2 rooms. I would not go in there.
And why not?
All too shocking.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Oh, you Alex. Can't you
There's nothing at all shocking about what's going on in there. They're just having a good time.
My apologies, sir.
Now, all I need to do is take a little look-see-loo in the lounge.
You are such a...
You get back now, you don't get none.
Are these men drunk?
dead drunk?
No thanks. I'm on the job, so she can kill me. What?
Have a lovely evening, officer.
Excuse me. You two.
I can explain.
No explanation necessary. There's nothing illegal about any of this.
There's not.
Yeah, this is America. Those people were just having a good time and pursuing happiness. Now, can I please use your phone?
Oh, certainly. Library's just this way. You can come out now. Oh, well done. Very impressive.
I'll probably never do that again.
I locked him in the lounge.
You locked him in the lounge?
I'm at the library.
I thought you didn't have the keys.
I don't have my right pocket keys, but my left pocket keys are intact. Now hurry! The police are on the way.
The police just...
Not the broken down car police, the criminal investigation police!
Precisely. Now we must finish searching the manor. And we have to find the murderer. We can't have any more killings. This is getting dangerous. Let's go!
Hello? Hello? Power outage. Must be the storm. Hello? Hello? Hey, Chief, hello?
Hello? Hello? Who turned out the lights? Hello? Oh! It is you.
she was a killer.
Did somebody cut this line?
Oh, and what is it in your hand? Is it a clue?
Chief, can you hear me? Good. Yeah, I followed an abandoned car to this mansion and then the lights just went out. There's something funny going on here. And you will never guess who I saw at this party.
Let there be light.
Do you hear that?
Sounds like your telephone is off the hook.
It sounds like it's coming from the library. I'm going in. Aren't you afraid? Yes.
What? A fate worse than death?
No, mostly just death. Excuse me, Mr. Copper. Are you alright in there? Do you need any assistance? A telephone book, perhaps?
Get out of here. Okay, Copper, listen, that butler asked you a question now. Now you hang up that phone right now or I will.
All the savior in the billiard.
I don't feel very safe.
I can't relax.
How about a round of pool to pass the time?
There we go.
I am your singing telegram.
Who is that?
3 murders in 3 minutes.
Well, that's our best record.
3 murders.
6 altogether.
Mr. Body, the cook, Yvette, I don't know who that is, but that person, and the cop, but, you know. 6 altogether.
But who is the murderer?
Well, ain't that $1 million question?
Sometimes the most obvious answer is right under our noses. The best course of action is to retrace our steps. It all started like this. And at the start of the evening, there was thunder, there was lightning, the dogs barked. Ding dong! Colonel Mustard? Ding dong! Mrs. White. Who noticed? Then Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Then Mr. Green. Ruff, ruff, sit! Oh, no, not you, sir. Please, come in. Professor Plum. Miss Scarlet. Gong! Dinner! Well, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room! Shucks and soup. Oh, yummy, yummy, yum, my favorite. Then Mr. Body arrived and we all went to the study. The Then Mr. Body helped me turn off the lights. Mr. Body was dead, but not really, Mr. Body was alive, but we didn't know it yet. Then Mrs. Peacock drank his drink. Poison! Somebody had to stop her screaming. Then we heard, mon Dieu! To the billiard room! Mrs. Peacock joined later. I'm an old woman. May have been not poison. Then Mrs. White asked, who else is in the house? To which we all replied,
Sick look!
who we found dead in the back. Oh, God. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, dear. Can somebody help me up? Then I suggested we take the cook's body to the study. Then but the body's body was gone. Then Mrs. Peacock grabbed Bonnie's body and her body because Bonnie had been bludgeoned in the bean. Then the briefcase, empty. Then the motorist arrived. Are you a killer? Then the cops showed up. Unexpected. You're all acting rather peculiar. Can you canoe? That's when the makeup strangled in the billiard room. Then that brings us to Dad! Here we all are.
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Impressive, Wadsworth.
But what does it prove?
Nothing!
Enough of this! I know who the killer is.
You do?
I do! It was Professor Plum! In the hallway with the revolver.
Liar!
We all heard the gun go off, Professor, and I found your stupid tobacco pipe while we were searching the mansion. When'd you drop it, huh? While you were scoping out your next vantage point for your next victim? I bet that singing telegram girl was an old client of yours, wasn't she?
I've never seen her in my life. It was not me.
Well, the gun is missing. Gentlemen, empty your pockets. Ladies, turn out your purses. Whoever has the gun is the killer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
You'll never be able to prove anything if you're all dead.
Yes, well, but if we're all alive, then. There's your man, officer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
And that's what I said!
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Handcuffs, Chief of Police, and Professor Plum, you're coming with me!
But that's not how it happened. It happened like this.
Well, let's leave, Professor. Who do you accuse?
It was Colonel Mustard in the lounge with the wrench.
I never lounge!
Found your Medal of Honor in the lounge where the motorist was killed by a wrench to the head, and that wrench belongs to you.
That is a lie!
Well, the wrench is missing. Gentlemen, turn out your pockets, ladies, your purses. Whoever has the wrench is the killer.
Well done, Wadsworth!
There's your man, officer. Hurry up, truth in it.
Well done, Wadsworth!
That's what I said!
Yes, well, I'm saying it now. Guilty verdict, Chief of Police. You're coming with me!
But that's not how it happened! It happened like this. was Mrs. White in the billiard room with the rope.
I'd rather die.
I found your veil in the billiard room, and I saw how you looked at Yvette when she served you dinner.
You're right. I knew Yvette. She had such a torrid love affair with my late husband. I hated her. I hated her so much. I just bleed on the side of my face. Breathing. But just because I hated her doesn't mean I killed her. Huh.
Well, the rope is missing. Gentlemen, your pockets, ladies, your purses, whoever has the rope.
Well done, Wadsworth!
Well done,
That's what I said!
That's what I'm saying again. Mark my words. Mrs. White.
But that's not how it happened. It happened like this.
Well, let's see, Mrs. White. Who do you accuse?
It was Mrs. Peacock in the kitchen with the dagger. I found your feather by the corpse.
Well, the dagger is missing. Gentlemen, your pockets, ladies.
Well done, Wadsworth!
Yes! Bury the hatchet.
Police!
But that's not how it happened. It happened like this. It was Miss Scarlet in the library with a candlestick.
Maxima! You can't do this to me! Well, frankly, Miss Scarlet, I don't give a damn. But it really happened like this. I know who the murderer is.
Who?
All of you! Now freeze! Don't move. You're all killers!
Okay, you can't prove anything, Wadsworth.
I'm not Mr. Wadsworth. I'm Mr. Body.
But how could you be Mr. Body when Body's body bled all over me?
It wasn't Body who was bleeding.
Body wasn't Body. Then who was it?
He was Wadsworth, my butler.
Well, if you're the real Mr. Body, then what was the sense in dragging this all out?
Well, when you started killing each other off, I decided to roll the dice, see if you'd self-implode, kill off my entire network of informants and spies. Which you all did splendidly, by the way. Thank you so much. Leaving your fingerprints on every glass, doorknob, and dead body. Now I've got you on the hook for murder. Oh, murder? Well, bribery for petty crimes is one thing, but murder? That can get quite expensive.
But why the whole charade?
The madness of searching the house and retracing our steps.
It's all part of the game!
Game?
Well, relax now, you see. You've killed all the evidence, and including destroying it, and now I've gotten off scot-free.
police were never on the way.
Now listen up, you reprobates. We're gonna stack the bodies in the cellar, and we're gonna leave Body Manor one by one, and we're gonna forget any of this ever happened.
I can't forget this ever happened.
Great, triple price for you.
Oh, I forgot it. It's forgotten.
Hold on, we can take him. He has no more bullets left in that gun.
You think I'm gonna fall for that old trick, Miss Scarlet?
It's not a trick. There was 2 at the chandelier. There was 2 more at the door in the study, and 1 for the singing telegram girl, and 1 for...
That's 6. That is not 6. There was 1 in the chandelier. That's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.
Well, no, even if that were true, it would be 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 6.
No, that's 1 plus 2 plus 1. Forget it, fine. The point is, there is a bullet left in this gun, and if you move, you're gonna get it in your face.
So, you're just going to keep blackmailing us, and we're all supposed to pretend that tonight never happened?
Of course, why not?
I'll tell you why not. Larry Goodman, FBI! The jig is up.
Or is it?
Missed me.
You're FBI?
Yeah, apparently I'm a dead ringer for green. Yeah, he got a letter just like each of you. But he came to the bureau to ask for help. I took his place tonight so we could have a sting operation.
Some sting. 6 people died on
Yeah, I usually work the desk. My beat is property crime. You know, theft, fraud. That's why I was so tickled when the real Wadsworth risked his neck to drop off a whole briefcase worth of evidence last night.
You had the evidence this whole time?
It's all here. Miss Scarlett's books, including client names and dates of service. Proves she's one of DC's top madams and justifying why she killed the cop who is listed here on her payroll.
Give me that!
Hey. Ooh. And a love letter. Mwah. Addressed to Professor Plum.
That is private property.
That singing telegram girl was the daughter of the head of the you-know-who would have come clean to Daddy, who would have cleaned out Professor Plum. So you killed her.
Now see here.
Hey! No. Colonel Mustard. And these natives. And these natives. Quite the regular Miss Scarlett's establishment. I bet you couldn't be a colonel anymore if that motorist had formed your general where he drives you on Tuesday nights.
I just wanted someone to talk to.
Shark fin soup indeed, Mrs. Peacock. It's too bad your old cook couldn't keep quiet. If she hadn't blabbed about your business, maybe you wouldn't have killed her. Just before joining us outside the billiard room. Now we know it really took you so long.
proof? Oh, circumstantial evidence will never hold up in a court of law.
But this notarized record of the cook will. Mrs. White. Now, you weren't lying, were you? You really did hate Yvette.
Flames!
Okay, we get it. Here's a container holding fingerprints collected from the scenes of your previous murders.
I never murdered my husbands.
Fingerprints, I'm sure the FBI will be able to match those found on the noose tied around Yvette's neck.
But I wore gloves.
Oh, you mean these?
Damn it! Wow!
Ooh. And last but not least, Mr. Bobby Body.
It's Robert.
Now, you didn't hate Yvette at all, did you, Mr. Body?
What's it to you?
Oh, illicit green card love affairs. icing on the cake of this FBI file. An FBI file on the entire Body family. Your butler, the real Wadsworth, has been feeding us information for months. Talk about a real American.
He was British.
You know what I mean. I see why you want to kill him. Twice. Your shot missed him in the study, but he wisely played dead. It wasn't until you tried to escape that you bludgeoned him to death with the lead pipe I dropped on my way to the kitchen.
I mean, seriously, who drops a murder weapon?
Oh, okay, I didn't know what's a murder. The Body family has been wanted for organized crime for generations, but they've always eluded the law. Well, that isn't until now. Tonight, this body business has reached a dead end.
Leave my family
That was
He is dead.
Ooh, I tell you, this is the most exciting night I've had in a long time. Oh, now you're all under arrest! Officers! Here are the criminals you've been waiting for. You'll find the records of the confessions we've been looking for on the tapes inside the billiard room.
Oh, the tapes. God damn it.
All right, who done it?
She did.
They all did. But if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, well, it was me. Special Agent Larry Goodman. In the hall. With my gun.
Well done, Goodman.
That's what he said.
Yep. And that's how it really... Sorry. Chief, take him away. I'm going home to sleep with my wife.